Hello, my beloved, beautiful tribe. This is Emily Potter, and I'm the director of the Lightworker Musicians Tribe and also the director of the Million Kisses Foundation. I had a beautiful exchange today with one of our brothers who reached out to me, and he said something that touched my heart deeply, and especially because I've heard several people in our tribe say exactly the same thing. So I want to ask you if you're having the same experience. Do you feel lonely in your calling as a light worker? Now I'm going to be bringing in that space of musician by the end of this video. I want to particularly talk to the light worker in you right now. What this brother was sharing is that he has this calling, this mission, and he knows what it is. He's very clear about it, and yet there's not a lot of people that he can talk to about it that's in his immediate surroundings right now. And I want to let you know that I have heard several people. I'd say right now off the top of my head I could list about 10 people in our tribe, and that's only the 10 that reached out and told me that they're feeling similar feelings. This is why it's so significant that you're here in this tribe, because you can lean into one another. We get it. We understand that you have your calling, you have your mission, and you are doing it, and you deserve to feel seen. You deserve to feel known and validated in those spaces. And so I told him that I wanted to do a live video about this, and I want to share with you our exchange. Really, he noted that it really made a difference for him. He expressed that to me, that he felt like that he had this wash of remembering again just by our little exchange today. And I want to tell you that if you are feeling lonely as a light worker, it comes with some significant consequences. Now, first of all, I want to tell you that I believe in the contrast. I believe that the reason why we are experiencing loneliness is because we actually must intimately know our oneness. And the best way that life has brought us to know our oneness is to experience the opposite of it, the contrast of it. So we go into these places of feeling isolated and alone and misunderstood, and we surround ourselves with people who don't see us, who don't understand us. We talk our wild, strange light worker talk, and we don't have people around us who get it. And it is very painful. And I feel that the reason I love the word light work, I love that because this is the work. The work is to remember our oneness, to remember our wholeness, our unity. And the best way we can do that is to experience the opposite. So I say that to you so that you have compassion for where you are. If you have created that for yourself in your life, you're right on track. You're spot on, so that you can then claim the oneness, claim the unity, claim the mission in a deep, deep sense. But if you are not in that place yet that you remember, or if you feel lost or very, very alone in your calling, then I want to let you know that I can feel from you what you're experiencing, and it's because I've done the exact same thing. So you might be getting significant downloads from your guides, and so you have this stream of knowingness coming through all the time, and so you have these connections with your guides, and yet they are not three-dimensional guides, and so you're having this experience with the ethers, with the big oneness. And yet then one of the consequences of not having someone to share it with on this planet is that you could, if there's nothing that changes with physical evidence with that, then you could start to doubt that those messages have any significance at all. And you could feel really lonely, and you can start going into places where you don't know how to anchor that information, and you might start to just swirl out and spiral out. And so I want you to just feel seen in that way, that is a real true thing. So being able to make space for you to have that anchored is significant. And I'm going to tell you one way that it has truly made a difference. And actually, this is what I'm going to start bringing in, the Lightworker musician inside of you. But until then, I want to share with you the most significant tool that you can do to overcome the loneliness. When you're ready to do that, perhaps you get to, I always like to honor where you are right now. Makes me want to cry. If you are experiencing loneliness, I honor it. Don't be afraid of it. Feel it. What does it feel like? All the way. And so that you know it deeply, because the reason why we call this light work is because this is the work. The work is that people of the light, our tribe of the light, goes through the dark and anchors the light in those dense places. That's the work. So if you're there, oh, tribe, I love you. Thank you. It's very personal to me because I've definitely done the work myself too, and the work continues on and on. There's no stopping point. So if you know that it's time to have a new experience and you're ready to remember the oneness that you are and to get into those circles of like-mindedness, of people who see you, that is the tool, is to see the people around you. Now, this is the work. It would be so easy for you to isolate yourself and say, they don't understand me. The first place is to practice seeing those who are in your vicinity right now. That's the way out. It's not all the way satisfying, I'm going to let you know, because the people around you may not be able to see you, but that's of no concern for this first step. See your family, see them, see where they're coming from, see the people at your job, see your coworkers. This is the first step. And I'm going to say again, I'm going to emphasize, it's not all the way satisfying, because you're going around seeing, and honoring and witnessing people's lives, and they don't know how to do that back for you. That's a real experience. And yet, there is a point where you actually won't require it of anyone. You are so whole within yourself that it becomes neutralized. This is a true place, so that you don't need people to see you. It feels lovely. It feels wonderful to have people see you, but it's different. It's a different energy. So start with that, beautiful tribe. The people around you, see them, say things that they say, to mirror back and reflect and say, I see you, and speak the language that they are speaking. I think you know what I mean. Practicing that is of greatest importance, because then we're going to now bring in the musician part of you. Once you're able to fill in some of those holes inside of yourself that you need people to see you, like the ache, then you have just stepped into the role as a leader. You are more of a leader than you know, and I will continue to tell you that in this tribe. You are not in this tribe on accident. I called you here so that we can have this conversation, so that you feel more empowered, and you felt the call, and so you're here with your tribe of spiritual leaders who have music as the base of how we get the message out. We're not trying to change anybody's opinions of anything. That's not what we're doing in our tribe. We're not trying to make anybody believe anything. What we're doing is seeing people. Seeing people. This is the tool. This is the truth. We're seeing. I see you. I see where you're at. I see what your pain is. That's our job as spiritual leaders, and bringing light, and they're seen as light. So then bringing in your music. This is important. So you're going to be practicing that, seeing your coworkers, seeing your mother, seeing the twin flame connection that drives you crazy, seeing their perspective, seeing their emotions. This is what you're practicing on a daily basis. And then we take it to the next level, where that gets to be your full-time job as a musician, where you are seeing your audiences. You are putting yourself in a position of ceremony where your audience has called you forth and you have called them forth, and you are now sitting in the same space together, and you are seeing them with your music and with your message, and it becomes the golden moment of connection. And this becomes your full-time job. This is what you wake up in the morning to do. And this is why you're traveling. This is why you're traveling. You're traveling around your local state, your city. You're planning your nationwide tour to go see people, to see them heart to heart with vibrationally matched audiences. And those, because you've done your work, your inner work to just be the light as a leader who knows how to see the people, you are opening doors left and right, and it becomes effortless. You're not trying to book gigs. You're not, you're definitely booking gigs, but I'm saying it's not this trying this hard thing. It's you're in such alignment that doors open for you. And that is the work of the Lightworker musician. You're doing that in every arena, in every venue, and you're seeing people and they're feeling it, and they're feeling such love for you because you can see them and you don't need anything from them. You don't need even money. Now, you get to receive money, but in my own experience, that becomes just part of the enmeshing of the experience. It's not the outcome. It's absolutely the full experience of connection. You don't need likes on your professional page. You don't need anything because you are leading the people. You are the leader. And I want to emphasize here, because if you have not done a practice in what leading means, it's not that you're trying to change anybody. You're not trying to make them do anything. You are just seeing them. And they love being seen. Everybody loves being seen and witnessed and heard and felt and understood. So this is true connection. This is what you are doing to overcome the loneliness, if you're ready to do that. And so that's the tool, is to begin in your vicinity. Take the rest of the day and be a spiritual leader in whatever you have going on, at work, at home. And then make that a practice. That's your spiritual practice, is to see people. I keep saying it over and over again because it keeps wanting to come out of me. I'm following that prompting. Starting there, practicing, making that your practice, weeding out that hole inside of you that needs anything else besides being able to see people. And then from there, you get to create that to be your full-time job. And I'm excited because if you are ready to have that be your full-time job, then I want to invite you to reach out to me, and we'll get you to have that be your reality. And I want you to imagine yourself going across the country, creating different venues of this exact experience, and then going across the world. This is a reality. If this is what your dream is if this is what you're being called to do, reach out to me and we're going to get you there. And I am so grateful for you. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Lots of love to you guys, and I will talk to you in the next video.